All right, we're live, and Henry mentioned this before we came on. I'm in the wife beater again. It's that time of
Yeah.
the year. So SurvivorMan, Bigfoot edition, fantastic again this week.
Oh, excellent.
Uh, this week, this week was a little different than last week. Last week it was just him. This week he had two other people, extra cameraman and a guide with him, which I thought was terrific.
Yeah. This week he went to the Hoopa Reservation.
Hmm.
Um, Now David Paulides wrote all about the Hoopa Reservation in his first book, The Hoopa Project, and he interviewed a lot of the same witnesses. Matter of fact, some of the same witnesses that Les Stroud talked to were included in David Paulides' first book. Um, and the one case of the woman that was looking out her window and saw this creature
Hmm.
carrying away two garbage bags. Now, it was speculated that because the woman had thrown some sanitary napkins away,
You can say, you don't have to say anything. You can say tampons.
tampons, yeah. It was speculated that maybe the Sasquatch was attracted to her
The
to
blood,
her menstruation,
which
and
is which is a fantastic theory. I've never heard of that before.
yeah, and the cop, Les Stroud mentioned the police officer that went into the forest, and
Hmm.
he could feel these footsteps, and then when he was in there, he felt kind of this really foreboding, mysterious, spooky kind of feeling.
Hmm.
And somebody asked him, "What did you look up?" And he said, "I didn't want to look up." It's speculated that perhaps the creature went up in a tree.
Hmm.
In that case, but we started out with Les talking about the Patterson Gimlin film and an interview with Bob Gimlin.
Yeah, they did the PG film footage, which I thought was fantastic. It really went with this episode fantastically well. And they also did the eyewitness reports again. And instead of voiceovers, they actually had the eyewitness there telling the story.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I thought it was great the way they did that. And Les Stroud kept finding these unusual footprints, and you brought up in the chat I'll be
Hmm.
cast. Well, it was very rainy, so I don't know how well the cast would have turned out if they'd been rained on.
Well, he probably, well, if he had something he could have covered the top of it for, maybe a little piece of foliage or maybe a little tarp or something, he can cover it up. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. He found excellent tracks and he didn't cast them.
Well, here's the thing: how do we know he didn't? You know,
Uh,
how
True,
do we know
exactly.
he didn't film him casting them?
Hmm.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't video because tonight, actually, Les Stroud is actually in Pocatello, Idaho, giving a presentation at Idaho State University. I think it's over with now
Yeah, it's probably over with. It's 11 o'clock here, so.
because Jeff Meldrum was saying that he didn't know what Les Stroud was going to show when he come to give his presentation. So I
Hmm.
wonder how that went. Maybe somebody videotaped it and they'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that usually happens. But this episode was a lot different than last week's episode, and still stronger. It keeps getting
Yeah,
stronger every week.
it was a very strong episode. I thought
Hmm.
it was really great. I mean, it was. I give this one a perfect 10 also. And
Yep.
the only episode of Finding Bigfoot I ever gave a perfect 10 to was the one from Tennessee from last year.
Oh, and that was a good one.
Yeah,
If you want to watch that, the after show for that, I'll post the link below. But for my rating, I have to give it a 9.5. I just don't think they cast it. They might have cast the tracks, but I think that would be a very significant point for them not to show that. I don't know why they would have edited that out if they actually did cast the tracks.
That's a good question. If he did cast them, then that footage. I mean, could Discovery Channel have had something to do with the editing, perhaps?
Very good point, but I think from what I've heard, Les does all the editing, if that's true or not.
Well, I mean, but Discovery Channel could have possibly also done a little bit of editing as well.
Hmm. Does Les do field notes like Cliff does for every episode that he does?
I don't think he does. He has a website, SurvivorMan.ca.
Mm-hmm.
I think he may. I think he may write a blog. I don't know if he writes field notes or not, but I think he does have a blog.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting if he does comment on this episode and if he actually did cast the tracks or not.
Yeah, it would be. I gave it a perfect 10 just because. I mean, they had Bob Gimlin on there. The witness accounts were strong.
Yeah.
I thought. He was out there with this Inker McCovey. Now, Inker McCovey had a very interesting account.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's the one that said he saw this creature reach its arm through the bathroom window.
Oh, yeah, that was a good account. I love that one. And they had the artist rendition, which was just freaky. It's something that you've seen in a movie.
Anybody who's ever seen Harvey Pratt's artwork, it's truly amazing. He really does an amazing job. He was the one that illustrated David Paulides' books for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Harvey Pratt is also a forensic artist.
Mm-hmm.
He works with the police. He's worked with the police. He's worked on several high-profile cases. So we're talking about a guy who's, I mean, his artwork has helped catch criminals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very detailed.
It was. It really was. And yeah, I mean, the guy said the thing tried to grab him.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the bathroom and the thing tried to grab him, which is why I'm glad I don't have any bathrooms in my I don't have any windows in my bathroom.
I got windows in the bathroom, but thank God I don't live out in the woods.
It puts me to mind of that scene from The Legend of Boggy Creek.
Oh God, yeah, it does. That'll freak me out.
The guy sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, that would freak me out if I see something in the window of my bathroom while I'm using it. I would just freak out right there. You
would really.
I'll just set up on that toilet and run out there with my pants around my ankles.
You would really be emptying your bowels about that time. Oh man.
Let's get down to some business. They had some camera malfunctions, which is really interesting.
They did, yes.
A couple of tree knocks that wasn't picked up on the camera microphone.
And they kept hearing this sound coming from inside a hollow tree, but they never determined exactly what was making this knocking sound from inside this hollow tree. Yeah,
and that was interesting, even though we couldn't hear it. I'm not going to be too judgmental about that, because unlike finding Bigfoot, they got that musical sting that we have to worry about. But tonight there was none. Again, terrific.
But I mean, finding Bigfoot's gotten better about the musical stings.
They really have.
And not to pat ourselves on the back or anything like that. But it was interesting. It was interesting that he had this. Iker is obviously also some kind of like a shaman.
Mm-hmm.
He went with Les Stroud up on this mountain, and that's where they heard the knocking from inside the tree.
Yeah, and that's the place where they had the camera malfunctions. And close to the end of it, they was having a hard time getting a fire to lit.
Yeah, they were. And then what happened was a tree fell over, and there was a bunch of dry wood inside it, and they were able to collect that wood and make a fire. They were able to actually get a fire going.
Yeah. And that was that a coincidence or something from not this Earth?
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. That's
Yeah,
some serious X-Files stuff right there.
exactly. I mean, it was unusual.
Mhm.
It was very unusual. It really was that they couldn't get a fire going until they found that dry wood.
Yeah. And Les brought up some really good points in this episode. The trees that looked like something attacked it. He said it could have been a big truck going by there,
Hmm.
which could be a plausible explanation. It's better than what probably Renee would have thought of.
Well, M would have been like, well, it's obviously immediately when I saw that tree, I knew it was a squatch.
Oh, it was totally a squatch. Squatches do that. Oh my God. And they found a lot of poop this episode. There was a poopy episode.
It was a crappy topic, boy, I tell you.
I mean, it was humongous. Les couldn't. I was a little disappointed they didn't collect it for evidence.
Well, maybe, perhaps, I don't know if they did or
They,
not.
they could have. But again, why would they edit something like that?
I have no idea. You
Uh,
know, maybe less left it
maybe
to.
maybe they might do an episode with like Finding Bigfoot where they have those pop-ups.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be good because it would get more information.
I think they need to make those episodes of Finding Bigfoot available
Hmm.
on DVD. The ones with the pop-up
Yeah.
fabulous stuff. Because they don't have those available on DVD. They have the regular episodes
Hmm.
without the pop-up stuff.
Yeah.
But
And
I think they should make those pop-up episodes available.
yeah, they should.
Nice little bonus, to see what the crew was thinking, what
Hmm.
some behind the scenes stuff, and it would be awesome. That would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I love any inside info like that. It's just terrific. Les also brought up a good point about hoaxing. That these hoaxers is watching these TV shows and they're going out and copying what they see on TV. And that is a pretty good point that he is
Yeah,
making.
yeah, and he was talking about tree structures, and I saw a video by Thomas Steenberg today where he talks about tree structures that a lot of them have a more mundane explanation.
Hmm.
Like a lot of them are just where Forest Service cuts them down and they just lay them across each other and
Yeah.
things like that. So that's a plausible explanation. And of course, Les also talked about snow load. There's a fellow I saw a presentation by in Oregon a few years ago who talked about how snow load can actually cause all kinds of bent and broken trees. That it's a more plausible explanation for tree breaks. It's not for every single tree break. Don't misunderstand. But
Yeah.
there are some cases where you can look at this tree break, or and if there's been snow and ice like the year before or that winter,
Hmm.
that can present a very plausible explanation.
Yeah.
So and he kept finding these tree. He found some branches bent over. Now I mean branches bent over if they're like that thick. I
Hmm.
mean easily a human could just do that, no
Yeah.
problem at all. But if you got a tree branch if you got branches or trees that are like that freaking thick,
Yeah. Then I'll have a hard time believing a human actually went in and do that.
that's harder to explain.
Yeah.
That's harder to explain, and especially if they're broken and twisted.
Hmm.
Because
But
a lot of researchers have found that kind of stuff. They have found, branches and trees broken and twisted.
I'm on Facebook with Freddie. How's it going, Freddie? You watching this? He said, "Tell Henry it'll blow his mind." LOL, LOL, LOL.
What will blow my mind?
Yeah, Henry, what? I mean, yeah, Freddie, what? But all in all, another good, strong episode. Next week they're doing another week. It's 6 weeks. So
It's 6 weeks,
yeah,
so next week will be like the halfway point.
yeah. So what's in store for next week?
I don't know.
No previews for it.
I haven't seen any previews for it, so I don't know.
It's going to be very interesting if they didn't show the preview.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. So far, I've really enjoyed SurvivorMan.
Mhm.
But
I have.
really great.
I hope they do a season 2 of this.
Yeah, because we got to see who's going to be going out there with SurvivorMan.
Yeah, they've already, Lance has already picked the winner, and I'm hoping hashtag Survivor Chick Melissa Adair won. I'm really pulling for Melissa, Rob,
Rob.
and Richter. Don't forget about Richter. You
Yeah.
know, he's been good. He came on the $10 million Bigfoot bounty after the show, so which is great. I don't think there's going to be a season 2 of that, but it was fun while it lasted.
Well, I mean, whoever the winner is, I mean, they're gonna have a chance to show off their skill
Yeah, major skills.
with Les Stroud, and there won't be anybody out there. It's a squatch.
Exactly. What should be Matt Moneymaker?
We love you finding Bigfoot. We love you finding
We
Bigfoot.
love it. What should be fine? What should be Matt Moneymaker win the whole competition and he's out there with Les Stroud? That would be great TV. But finding Bigfoot, yeah. I hope that comes back on soon.
I haven't seen any news about it or when it's supposed to come back.
Yeah, they're keeping it hush hush for some reason.
Well, the thing is, they're still filming right now.
Oh. Yeah, I mentioned in the chat room it might be a longer season than the rest of them.
They might. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're going to start airing it this summer or if they're gonna wait till the fall.
Or they might do half this summer, half this fall.
Because I know they filmed quite a few episodes. I'm not sure how many, but I know they
Yeah.
have filmed a good deal of them.
Yeah, and I hope they keep what they did last year, this last season. You know, do those online exclusives and then show the actual episode. I hope they do that again.
Yeah, that would be great.
He said, you will see. LOL. He's coming on next week, so we're going to have to interrogate him.
Oh, Freddie will be here next week. Good.
Yep. But
Did he give a reason why he wasn't here this week?
he said his computer was messed up and his camera, he doesn't have a camera on his computer.
So he'll have to borrow the wife's again.
We love you, Freddie. We're long overdue for a Freddie rant.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
But I was going to do a real or not real, but nothing's been around except for last week.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything. You know, I was trying to do some fresh ones instead of going back and doing old ones.
Yeah.
But this pretty much sums up the after show for SurvivorMan. We'll be back next week at 11 o'clock, and I can't wait to see what's in store.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a big show Saturday, Breaking Bad cast.
Yes, we do the Breaking Bad cast. Yep.
We got two episodes of Better Call Saul to cover. We've got a Breaking Bad to cover, and I'm going to announce right now. I might do a X-Files cast on the new episodes of the X-Files. Discuss those.
Yeah.
I think that hopefully that'll be great. I know it'll be great. Especially with me and the wife beater. Anything with me and the wife beater is great. But let's wrap this up. Join SquatchUnlimited.org and sign up for the Encounters database. That's just some terrific stuff.
I understand we have over 75 articles in there now.
We do. You know what? Let's do a screen share right now and show the people that's watching what they get if they join Team Squatch Unlimited.
Yeah, if you join the Facebook page, you get everything, you get all the content for free.
Yeah, and if you're not a part of the fan page, be a part of it. Terrific group.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if there's some reason why you can't be a part of us, don't have Facebook or something like that, you can also sign up for a $10 monthly fee just to access these articles.
Yeah, I've been a Squatch Unlimited member for a couple of years now. It's terrific. It's great.
It is. And the SquatchUnlimited.org account, that is completely free right there.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's do a screen share. What? So you see right here, this is the Encounters database, and you can search by the.
I thought you were having technical issues like what they did, what the hell on SurvivorMan tonight.
It's Chuck. It's Chuck's fault. Him, damn electromagnetism, freaking fear.
Yeah. Damn you.
Oh man, I'm gonna go off on Chuck this Saturday. You just watch out. But check this out. You can search by century. You can search by the season, time of day, the state. And there's a lot of Washington. They was in Washington today. SurvivorMan was. Let's go to Washington.
No, they were in California.
Oh, I thought it was Washington.
Nope.
All right, let's go to California then.
Oops, that's Washington.
They might be in Washington next week.
That would be cool.
It would be. Where is California? California, Nevada, and Arizona border. That's just one of them. And it's a article posted by you. 22-inch footprint. That's. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that. If you click on a state and the article that we post corresponds with the state, I didn't know that. I thought it was just
cool.
All articles in the article section, but I didn't know that.
That is very cool. I mean, you can actually look at articles for each state.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's just one of the cool features that the Squatch Unlimited database has.
It is. Well, let's check some of these articles out. And you can just click view article and just view all the articles and nothing of the John Green stuff. And articles is really great. There's 76 of them now.
Yeah, the John Green database. It's awesome that it's now been really brought into a communal database.
Yeah.
I know that John Green's daughter worked on his website, SasquatchDatabase.com.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you can download that stuff. You can download, in different formats.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Team Squatch Unlimited has done this with the reports,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
instead of downloading all that stuff and taking up space on your hard drive of your computer, you can just join the Encounters database. One click and you're there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fantastic stuff. I love every second of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. The articles database, the John Green database. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. But let's go ahead and end this. We'll see you here next Wednesday for the other after show for SurvivorMan. But if you don't want to wait that long and want to see my beautiful face, join in this Saturday for Breaking Bad cast. It's going to be it's going to be a good one.
And if
We
you
got,
don't, we'll give you a Chicago sunroof.
yeah, you do not want to know what a Chicago sun. If you want to know what a Chicago sunroof is, tune in this Saturday.
Yeah.
It's. I think the stuff that Les found today would have been making for a great Chicago sunroof.
I think so.
You know, Jimmy, you're doing it all wrong. You need to go out to the woods and collect your Chicago sunroof stuff, man. You know what? Let's end it right there before we get off on topic. But we'll see you here next Wednesday. If you don't want to wait that long, tune in Saturday at 8 o'clock for Breaking Bad cast. Good night, everybody.